Hey guys, Crystal here, back with Pokemon Shining Pearl, and we're here in Jubelife City. Last time, we delivered the parcel to Barry, and we got our new friend, Drew. Oh boy. He is pretty weak for now. We did some training in the trainer's school, and up there, I am going to head to Oreburgh as I promised, but first, let's have a quick look around Jubelife. Because we didn't do much of that last time. This guy is the president of the Pokétch company, and he gives you new apps, but you have to keep coming back after getting badges, and that unlocks the new apps. I'm not going to go out of my way to head to Jubelife to get the apps, but if I'm passing through, I'll try to remember to talk to him. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else super interesting in this building, but I'm already here. I'm gonna see what people say. He's the father of the president. Interesting. What else have we got here? Just a tiny little office over here. Someone's desk with their laptop. Who are you? Oh, your husband is the president. Oh, you started in a small workshop. Nice, nice. Are you their kid? Maybe. Someone else's little office, someone else's little office. Old lady, are you the mother of the president or something? Or, I don't know. It seems like it's nice that it's a family business though, not just like big corporation president guy. You didn't mention being related though. You're just, I don't know, you just work here. But yeah, I never realized it was a family business. That's nice. We already talked to that clown last time, although I might have skipped the dialogue. Over here is, well, you can't go very far because you need surf. Oh yeah, this girl, she asked her boyfriend to meet her, but all they said was Route 218. Once you get to surf, you'll find he's on the other side. He didn't know which side. Also, fun fact, so on the other side, there's a gate thing, a building like this one, and just to make absolutely sure that you're not screwing around, if you somehow manage to get across this water, which I doubt you could do without walk through walls, at the gate to get into what's that city called, Carnalave? Yeah, there's trainers blocking the gate having a battle, but they disappear once you get surf and the badge to use it. Which means the only way that you'd ever see those trainers blocking your path was if you somehow cheated and got across the water without surf, which is weird. It's just an extra failsafe, I guess. Let's see what's in here. It's always good to talk to people. Oh, a quick claw, see? It's good to talk to people, because they give you items. Who has lower speed who would benefit from it more? 15 or 12? Oh, it even shows you which stats are going up or down, which I think is from nature, although Buttoo's not showing that. But Tortimer has good defense, which is good, but low speed. So I think I'll give him the quick claw for now. TM for work up, we're not going to use that. There's the quick claw. You can have that for now, of course. Eventually we might get something, a better hold item, but for now. Okay, nothing else here. What do you say? You can buy heal balls at the Pokemon Mart here. Heal balls are not super useful because, one, their catch rate is the same as regular Pokeballs, but two, because they heal, they're not useful once you've got a team of 6 because everything just goes to the PC, which they get healed anyway. But I will, just for the heck of it, buy some heal balls. I'll buy 10. And yes, in newer games, you get a Premier Ball no matter which, I'll buy some potions as well, just for the heck of it. In newer games, I can't remember where it started, you get a Premier Ball no matter which type of ball you're buying. Originally, it had to be a Poke Ball. Also, you had to buy them in lots of 10 because you would just get, oh, this guy's hinting that Barry came running past. Originally, oh, there's Barry. Originally, oh, battle time. Premier Balls were only 1 for 10, but it was 1 per transaction. So if you bought 20 Pokeballs, you still just get 1 Heal Ball. Which means I had this habit of what I would do is I would buy my Pokeballs in transactions of 10. Ooh, I'm gonna Stun Spore and then switch, I think. Ooh, quick attack, that's, yeah. Yeah, I'd buy them 10 and then another 10 and then to maximize getting more. Because Premier Balls function the same as Pokeballs. It's the same catch rate. So why not get the extra, you know? Like one time I was trying to do a Nuzlocke, so I thought, you know, I have limited catches. I want to make sure that I don't like run out of balls when I'm trying to catch my encounter. So yeah, use your money wisely and maximize. So I bought them in transactions of 10. If I only had enough money to afford 5 balls, it's like, I wouldn't buy any, and I would just, there's the Quick Claw activating. I would wait until I could afford a transaction of 10 to get the Premier Ball. But, and I can't remember what game it started at, but at one point in newer games, they fixed it so that if you buy 20, you get 2 Premier Balls. You get 1 for every 10. Ooh, Chimchar's gonna kill anyone, so hopefully I can just tackle. Yay, Quick Claw again! Okay, you're using Leer, that is going to decrease what stat? That is decreasing defense. Okay. Okay. And you're doing it again, okay. Because you're probably hoping do a few Leers and then do 1 big hit. Does that mean Chimchar also uses physical attack or special? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it primarily uses. Because some fire types are special attackers. Oh, plus he's using Scratch. He still just has his Scratch. Wait, does he not have... Surely he does have a fire move. Is the AI stupid? The AI is stupid. I got my grass move at literally like level 6, I think it was, and surely the other starters are the same, and he would get like a fire move like Ember or something at level 6. So why is he not using fire to kill me? I won because the AI is stupid. That was weird, but okay. Yeah, you lost. You did lose. Alright, yeah, you better toughen up for Oreburgh because you have a Chimchar. He also has a Starly, which, I mean... Oh, that's also weak to rock moves. You better catch something else, Barry. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. He is one of the rivals that people like because he's competitive. Of course, people love when the rivals are actually mean to you, like Blue or Silver. Silver was an interesting one. In fact, once upon a time, I tried to write a story basically based on the Johto games. And I had an interesting plot point where, you know, my protagonist, I just named her Crystal because she was based on the girl you play as in Crystal. Not Lyra. The Crystal girl is better, and she's the original, and I don't know why they invented Lyra. In fact, I think I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is true, I heard someone say they invented Lyra because the people making the games just straight up forgot that they'd already invented a girl for the Johto games. That might just be a rumor. I don't know how true that is, because how can you forget? But anyway, I wrote a story based on the Johto games. Well, it started to. Obviously it got abandoned at one point. But I had a lot of things planned out, including all the rival battles, which I was actually going to have my protagonist lose to Silver almost every time, until maybe the last rival battle before the league, which was going to show, you know, how far she's come being able to beat him, because he was just always stronger. I'll switch in Tortimer for this one. Yeah, because he's meant to be a strong opponent, but because of the way the games work, where if you lose a battle, you just get sent back to the Pokemon Center and the game acts like the battle never happened yet. Because of that, you can't have things like that where you lose. I think there are just a few instances of battles where you can lose. I'm having trouble thinking of them. I think in a few games the first battle against the rival, like in the Kanto games, let's test out our Pokemon. You can lose that one, and it just goes on as normal. But yeah, for the most part, because of the way the games work, you can't lose, so you can't have things like that. She is not a trainer, I guess. So let's just keep going. Yeah, because then you can't have things where a trainer is, you know, meant to be stronger than you and meant to win. Which kind of undermines things, because in the games, you've got Silver, who's meant to be so tough. He's kind of similar to the anime character Paul, but he seems so tough, but then he always loses to you because the player has to win. Whereas when I wrote it as a story, I was able to do it where he does always win. Which kind of, it's one of those annoyances with the message where you might be morally right, but you're not able to prove yourself right. Because, you know, Silver's whole thing is that he's not nice to his Pokemon. He treats them as tools. Whereas my protagonist, you know, obviously, friendship, yay. But she wasn't able to, she wasn't able to prove him wrong and be like, hey, you treat your Pokemon as tools and that's your downfall. Because even though his morals were wrong, he was still just overall, he just trained his Pokemon to be stronger, which meant she wasn't able to prove that his methods were wrong. Because he'll keep on well, my methods work for me. You even see that in the games where in the Sprout Tower, which actually I think in the original Gold and Silver, Sprout Tower was not mandatory, but I believe in the remakes they did change it so that you can't do the gym unless you do Sprout Tower. But anyway, in Sprout Tower, the elder guy does tell Silver, you know, you beat me, but you should be nice to your Pokemon. And then as Silver goes past you, he's like, what does this guy know? You know, Pokemon are just tools, and, you know, he talks a big game, but he's weak because I beat him. So, you know, Silver doesn't learn his lesson. But one of my favorite things about Silver is that he uses a Zubat to Golbat, which does not evolve into Crobat at the same point in the game when you, at a point where, you know, even just playing normally, surely you would have gotten enough friendship just from playing and battling. Like, friendship just goes up, unless you're trying to keep it down on purpose. But he has a Golbat for such a long time. and it only evolves into Crobat in the, I believe the last battle you have with him, which, when I say the last battle, I think it's still a Crobat at the battle before the League, because there is one post-game battle with him, after the League. I believe there is. And I believe that's when you finally see him with a Crobat, which shows that maybe after losing to the player in the battle before the League, that's when he starts to reevaluate things. Speaking of Crobat, and getting back to the game we're actually playing, I do love that a lot of people have noticed Cyrus in the Sinnoh games uses a Crobat, which means that he can't be completely evil, because, you know, he loved his Golbat enough to evolve. One thing that's not always clear, is it the trainer loving the Pokemon, or the Pokemon loving the trainer? Or does it have to be both? Because there could be story elements where, like, a Pokemon loves its trainer, but it's like an unhealthy relationship where the trainer doesn't really love the Pokemon. I don't know. I didn't read what was coming up. Oops. It's a Starly. Oh well, flying types, but we're doing okay. Okay, you're gonna growl, which decreases my attack, yes. Which doesn't matter because I use a special attack, so... Boy, you're avoiding my friggin' stun spore. Can I... You got poison point! Which means I'm not gonna use stun spore because you can't have two, status conditions, but ha! You got poisoned! I love that. That reminds me, I mentioned probably in the first episode, how once upon a time I did a Pichu only challenge, which meant the greatest thing ever was when they get staticked, because obviously all my Pichus had static. But yeah, the Pichu challenge is hard, especially because ground types exist, which are not just good against electric types, but resistant to it. In fact, in the early parts of the game, my only attacking move for a long time was an electric move. So you might be thinking, how do I kill ground types? Surely there's some required battles against one? I'll tell you how I did it. Sweet Kiss. That's right, my plan, my strategy, I'm not going to use Budu against Budu. I'm going to switch, because I did read she's going to use Budu. My plan was I would use Sweet Kiss and then stall until they hit themselves in confusion enough times to faint. And that was how I killed ground types. I'm sure by the time I got to Hapu the ground type Kahuna, because it was in Sun or Moon, I'm sure by the time I got to that, I did have a non-electric move. So I didn't have to use the Sweet Kiss strategy there, but still, it was annoying. I mean, not as annoying as I'm sure other players doing challenge runs have done way crazier strategies. Oh yay, poison point. Yeah, because I've watched videos, I've watched Small Ant and doing challenges like, can I beat this game without taking damage? Oh boy. That one, he had to like catch a Starly and have it be so strong that it could quick attack and go first and one hit kill, and it just, oh my god. And then he did, can I beat the game without dealing damage? Which I believe meant, you know, no direct damage, but you could, like, poison powder or something, and that does it. Or again, Sweet Kiss, Confusion, whatever. Or Leech Seed. As long as it's not a direct attack, then sure. Let's go one more growth and then just absorb. But he's so cute there doing his little dance. Look at him. Look at him. Alright, not too bad damage. Next attack might do it. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That tackle was not too bad. And he's taking poison damage, so yeah, this attack should definitely do it. Alright, we're getting some good levels. We're getting there. Of course, the first gym will be our Breeze. Here's another trainer. Yeah, first gym, obviously, we will breeze through because it's rock type. And we have grass types. Like, come on. But then the second gym, grass on grass. Ugh. But, oh well. We'll figure it out. Grass on grass, but we might have, I believe one of the team members in the plan is part bug, so we might be able to use bug moves on the grass gym, and some grass types learn poison moves, so we might have poison moves. I'm not sure about that one. So, I don't know. Either way, we can just brute force it. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine. Third gem is, actually, I keep getting mixed up between Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, where, the Hard Home gem is either third or fifth. Hard Home is Ghost, which, I don't know. Not the best, not the worst. And then there's Fighting. I don't know. I don't know how we'll do against that. We'll figure it out. And then there's a Water Gem, which, hooray. What else is there? There's, I mean, I know there's the Electric one, but I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting, let's see. Roark, Gardenia, Maylene, Crash Awake, Fantina, that's 5. God, how am I forgetting? I feel so dumb. I feel so dumb right now. Is there a hint here on the... Oh, of course, ice! Oh god, ice will kill our grass. Oh, and steel, I believe that guy is. Which, yeah, that's what reminded me. I saw that in the corner, the faces. Ice! Oh god. Oh god. But anyway, I believe one more trainer here, and then we can actually go into Oreburgh Gate. So ice is not gonna be fun. But that's the whole point of the Monotype team, is that it is a challenge. Oh boy. This is not gonna be fun. Also, one of the Elite Four is fire. Well, I say he's fire. He's got a frickin' Lopunny. That's not fire. And he's probably got, I can't remember what else he's got, but he's got something else that's not fire. Because I believe they weren't smart enough to use the improved Platinum teams. They said, we're remaking Diamond and Pearl, so we're gonna copy Diamond and Pearl, which had the stupidest decks ever. But okay, if you're gonna have a dex with like no fire types, surely you have the Pokedex figured out before you figure out what type gyms in Elite Four you're gonna have. So why did you think, I know, let's make a fire type specialist when we have no fire types? Okay, so yes, there's a fire type user, but he might not be so scary because he has next to no fire types. The other stupid thing is the friggin' electric guy who has, like, no electric types. I believe he has an Ambipom and an Octillery and, I believe a Raichu. Though they did teach electric moves to the Ambipom and Octillery, which is interesting. I didn't even realize they had electric moves until last time I played and I noticed. But anyway, the types in Sinnoh were just a mess. I know a lot of people love the Sinnoh games, it's a lot of people's favorite, but the dex was a mess. Just keep using Absorb, that'll finish it off soon. Yeah, one more hit should do it. I do like how expressive these trainers are with their like little animations. You know, it's the little details. Hi Shinx. Yes, you're cute too. It's like comparing Crystal to Gold and Silver. Now, a lot of people forget how much different Crystal is. They're like, oh, I want to play the Johto games, I'll just play Gold or Silver. And it's like, but why not Crystal? It's better. It added more than just the ability to play as a girl. For instance, these sprites, they move. You know, they do a little movement at the start of a battle. And I always forgot that Gold and Silver did not have that. Because, of course, if I wanted to play a Johto game, of course I'd pick Crystal. Because why would I pick the one where you can't be a girl, you know? A lot of people also forget that it started in Crystal. Because they assume Crystal is the same as Gold and Silver. Like, one time I was at an event where we had gaming trivia. So I actually asked the question, what was the first main series Pokemon game to let you play as a girl? And obviously the answer is Crystal, but it took so long for someone to get it, because oops, I clicked Stun Spore when it was already paralyzed. Oh well. It took so long for people to get it. People kept guessing Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. Nope. Some people guessed Gold Silver. No. They must have just assumed that all three Gold Silver Crystal were the same, and they're not, because the choice started in Crystal. I said main series because, fun fact, there is a rather early, in the grand scheme of things, a rather early Pokemon game that did feature the choice to play as a girl, but that a lot of people don't know about. So, on Game Boy, I'm not sure if it was Game Boy Color or regular Game Boy, I think it might have been Color, one of the two, there was a Pokemon trading card game video game, which is already pretty obscure. Oh shit, I'm out of absorbs. I'll have to switch just for one little hit. But that trading card game video game actually had a sequel, but it was only released in Japan. Yeah, but that sequel had the choice to play as a girl. So there you have it. Oh, come on, I took one step. I don't want to battle you. I want to heal. And actually, I want to end the video because, yeah, at this point, yeah, I think it's a good stopping point. I'm actually just going to end it right here. Yeah, I'm going to end it here, but I might run and heal between videos and then get right back here. So yeah, next time we will finally go into Oreburgh Gate, which I was expecting to be doing that in this video, but I spent so long on this route and the battles, and oh yeah, because I explored Jubelife a bit as well. But we will see you next time for finally Oreburgh Gate and other things as well. See you next time, guys.